Hey guys, happy July, and we're gonna give you a quick garden tour. Got some cucumbers growing up this trellis. I had some extra plants there, but I think some rabbits got in and decimated a couple cucumbers. This is my saddest pepper plant that I've got in the garden right now. I would have replaced this, but somebody wanted all my extra pepper plants I had this year, and so I didn't have any extras to replace it with earlier. But the other pepper plants, for the most part, are doing pretty well. I know my last garden tour, I didn't really go into detail at all about the pepper plants. I was in the thick of allergy season and just wasn't thinking straight. But I've got my peppers on a Florida weave trellis system. On the ends, I've got T-posts. You can see them down there at the end of the row. But in between, just these smaller poles, and it's working out well. I've got several rungs using this synthetic twine, and it's just easier on the branches when the wind blows. If you get the natural twine, it can be a little harder on the plants. It scratches them up. So these are some of these plants are putting on some fruit. You can see this guy's loaded down with peppers. I don't have them labeled out here. I do have a sheet that gives me all the information about which pepper is which variety, but can't remember exactly what this guy is. Might be a pepperoncini. So yeah, these are the peppers. I'm really excited about this guy. I got these from a neighbor friend. I gave him some seeds. He gave me some seeds. These are the gochu Korean pepper, and I've got several plants with them, and I plan to make a gochu jano, I think it's called. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a Korean pepper paste, and so I'm excited to do that. Really excited about this plant. This is the Ahi Cheripita, and the variety I got was Ahi Cheripita XL, so extra large. I've never tried the Cheripita pepper. Heard great things about the taste. This thing's loaded up, even for how small the plant is. This one's not doing so hot, so but that one probably won't make it for the full season. So anyway, lots of varieties here. From everything from jalapenos up to Primatali crosses and that. So just want to show you the peppers, also the tomatoes. They're growing really nicely. Got some sunflowers here on the edges. Looking forward to those sprouting up. And I am getting a few ripe tomatoes. That's the purple bumblebee variety. And so we've enjoyed a few of those. I've got some herbs like basil planted in. I am going to do some pruning on these tomatoes, cut back some of the growth. I'm going to let them dry out just a little bit. We've had lots of rain the last few days. So, and I'm about to, after I shoot this video, put another rung on the tomatoes because they are climbing high. So filling up that trellis. Earlier today, I harvested all the garlic, so you can see the bed is kind of empty here. I've got some lettuce that I planted along the edge. I'm going to fill this up. I started some seeds, seedlings. They're just starting. This dill self-seeds all the time in my garden, and usually I let a few plants go. So it smells really good out here. Flower about to pop. This was all intermixed with the garlic, so now that I took the garlic out, you can see it. And then my onions, boy, we did not eat nearly as many onions as I was hoping to this spring. And now we've got all these bulbils, gorgeous plants. And what you can do with these, each one of these will become its own onion. So just plant it right in And now we'll have a new onion plant right there. So these things are super hardy, and there's tons of them. So you can quickly multiply this. I just noticed I missed a garlic when I was pulling out earlier today. I don't know if we can see it in the camera. There it is. I'll have to pull that garlic out. It smells like an Italian restaurant in here from pulling out all that garlic today. So yeah, I'm gonna harvest a bunch of these bulbils, and I'll still use these onion bulbs for hot sauces and different recipes that we'll make. And yeah, so we'll still enjoy those. Lots and lots of onions. And again, if you don't harvest these, eventually they'll fall over and replant themselves. So you do have to kind of stay on top of where you want the onions and how much you want. So, and then over here's my warthog row. These are all warthog plants down the row in these 15-gallon grow bags. And then some wire meshing that, Lord willing, they'll fill out that cage. They're starting to really take off here. We had some nice hot weather, lots of rain the last few days, and I've been staying on top of trying to keep them fertilized. And so yeah, they're gonna hopefully explode in some growth here. They're looking pretty good in my estimation. So, but I know there can always be more work to be done. So anyway, thanks for checking out the garden. Hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend, and until next time, keep it spicy.